going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I know this isn't really related to anything FPS, but for those who have been watching me for a while now, you guys know my guilty pleasure game is Gears of War. You know, it's a third-person shooter game, but at the end of the day, I've been playing this game since the very start. It's a fantastic franchise, and it's been a franchise that I've been really sad to see go down a downward spiral, just like the rest of the games, like Call of Duty, Battlefield, Halo. Just sadly, another franchise that's been thrown to the dogs and torn to shreds. But recently, after Microsoft has taken control of Activision and they messed around with the Call of Duty servers, surprising enough, some good stuff has happened to a game that honestly, again, like I said, it's a guilty pleasure game. I'm not even sure if this video is even going to get any views. Usually it does later on. You know, Gears of War videos don't pop off right away. Usually, you know, it gets into the algorithm, it gets into the YouTube search, and, you know, 2 months, 3 months down the road, it might start getting some views. But at the end of the day, I don't care. It's a game that I'm very passionate about, and this news has made me extraordinarily happy. But ladies and gentlemen, before we go ahead and dive deep, if you do enjoy what you hear today and want to hear some more content revolving around Call of Duty, Battlefield, X-Defined, or other FPS or third-person shooter titles, don't forget to go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification button. And last but not least, we will be live today over on Twitch, so if you guys want to check that out, chat with me, hang out with the community, you can find the link to that channel along with all my other socials down in the description of this video. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I do have Gears of War 5 gameplay in the background for you guys because I am playing on PC. I don't own an Xbox or anything of that sort, but at the end of the day, this news is for the mass majority of you guys, because I'm sure the mass majority of people listening to this video don't play Gears of War on PC. But just know that's why you have Gears of War 5 in the background footage. But for anybody who has been craving the OG days, you know, the classics, Gears of 1 through Gears of War 3, you know, when Gears of War was really in its prime. And I'll be honest, yeah, Gears of War 4 wasn't that shabby, and, you know, it's definitely gotten worse up to Gears of War 5. But when Gears of War was really popping, when this franchise was at its peak, when it was competing with other franchises out there like Call of Duty or even Halo, Battlefield, all that good stuff, was during Gears of War 1 through Gears of War 3. Those are the most iconic days I could possibly think of. And obviously, we have problems running into servers like that. They're not too populated. There's going to be problems across the board. But luckily, ladies and gentlemen, just recently, along with the Call of Duty servers being completely fixed up, Microsoft went ahead and fixed up the OG Gears of War servers as well. You can see right here from Xbox News, the original Gears of War trilogy now has functional online matchmaking / multiplayer once again. The match finder for Gears of War 1 is back online, as well as recent fixes for matchmaking in Gears of War 3. Ladies and gentlemen, you have heard this correctly. The OGs are back and are in action. Of course, there have been some, you know, remade versions of these games, but what's better than the OGs, right? Even people till this current date, when it comes to the OG, you know, Call of Duty 4, people would much rather play the real version of COD 4 over the remastered version of COD 4. There's a reason why the matchmaking, when Modern Warfare Remastered came out, was dead, and you can hop on COD 4 on PC, and you can find 50 different servers that are going to be populated, at least enough that you can get some good gameplay experiences out of Call of Duty 4. There's a reason for these things, because yeah, the remasters might look pretty, but when it comes to gameplay, sometimes they don't nail everything exactly right, and they try to scheme people out of every penny that they got. So yes, the OGs are the OGs for a reason, and everybody who owns an Xbox, you can hop back into the experience, not just for Call of Duty, but for Gears of War as well. Low-key, there's a reason why Xboxes can't stay on shelves. I mean, Microsoft is nailing the game at the moment. Not only do we have the Halo MCC collection, so we can all play the classic Halo games, but now Gears of War 1 through 3 are completely active again, and are, you know, you're allowed to hop back into the experiences with very few flaws. And all the OG Call of Duty servers are up and active as well. I mean, there's absolutely no reason to be copying a PlayStation anymore when you could just simply play the classics, unless you want to play some Sony exclusives and stuff of that sort. But current gaming in this live service era that we're in right now sucks. Let's be real, it sucks. The OGs are where it's at. And PlayStation, you can't even go ahead and enjoy the OGs that much. I actually saw a comparison sheet over on Twitter, which I thought was phenomenal. It was by Snapblast Play, and they went ahead and said this: Xbox and PlayStation do game preservation very differently, and then compares both of these go-to franchises, Gears of War 1 through 3 and Uncharted 1 through 3. Full backwards compatibility for Gears of War, PS3 only for Uncharted. 60 FPS boost for, you know, Gears of War, less than 30 for Uncharted. 4K resolution for Gears of War, 720p for Uncharted. Free cloud saves, paid saves. And full multiplayer support for the Gears franchise, all multiplayer offline for Uncharted. So you can't even enjoy the goated Uncharted experience. And for anybody who hasn't even tried out Uncharted multiplayer, you missed out. You seriously did. I gotta be honest with you. I was obsessed with Uncharted multiplayer. 3 was okay, but I think Uncharted 2 was where it really shined for me the most. I loved Uncharted 2 multiplayer. But again, across the board, all Uncharted games I thought were really actually pretty fun. It's a franchise that deserves some love. Not only is it popular across the board with, campaign, but the multiplayer was fun enough that would keep people interested. But Sony doesn't care. They don't care about bringing any of these games back to life. They don't care about, any of this stuff functioning. They're not worried about the Call of Duty servers. They're not worried about the Uncharted servers. They're not worried about absolutely anything whatsoever besides milking people for the newer products, newer games. Again, nothing wrong with that because they do make some good exclusives. But it just shows, who cares the most about keeping the classics alive. Classics are important to us, There's a reason people love these things because they're goated. They're the OG goats. And seeing Microsoft put much more of an emphasis on keeping them alive compared to Sony makes me respect them a tad bit more. I gotta be honest with you guys. Gaming, especially FPS and third-person games, have been in quite a drought, recently. I would say Fortnite fans have been eating, and, you have Apex and stuff of that sort. But when it comes to, arcadey games or, just things like this, Gears of War, Call of Duty, Battlefield, the stuff that I've really been enjoying, it's been dry. It's been ridiculously dry, and they have not been producing anything good. And honestly, we have been begging time and time and time again for them to focus on the OGs, look at the OGs, look back to the past, and make it better. It's as simple as that for all franchises, literally all of them. We say it to Halo, we say it to Gears of War, we say it to Battlefield, we say it to Call of Duty, we say it to everybody because that's all the fan base wants, and they could do it successfully. It will work, but nobody ever tries. They always push in a different direction and keep fumbling the bag more and more as time goes on. And it's almost like Microsoft acknowledges this, and it gives me a tad bit of hope for the future of some of these franchises like Call of Duty and, Gears of War. And they're fixing up all the OGs. They know people want to go back. They know what the people actually want. They want the classics. And as these OGs are repopulating, because I swear to God, there's more people playing all of the OG Call of Duty games across the board compared to Modern Warfare 2 2022, the newest, most brand spanking new title that has the craziest, player base, tons of people logging in all the time. Let me tell you, the numbers behind the scenes are insane. Yet I feel like more people are logging into the OG experiences. It makes me think that Microsoft knows and they are listening. And the next Gears of War game that's going to be coming out and, the next Call of Duty game that's under Microsoft, of course, because, we have this year with Activision still and next year with Treyarch with Activision. So we have to wait until 2025, I think, or 2026 when Microsoft will have a much more of a say. But it's making me think that when these games do come out in the future, that they're going to be focusing more on trying to bring back OG fans by taking aspects from the game that we loved back in the day and bringing in new graphics, new engines, new innovations. The thing that we've been asking for ages. That's all we've been asking for, right? We want, Gears of War. It's as simple as that. We want the OG vibes. Take us back to Gears 1, Gears 2, Gears 3, where it was dark, gritty, borderline disgusting. It was like a horror game. But it was addicting, fantastic, great storyline, addicting characters that you could relate to or just simply love, adore. When one of them died, when one of them got picked off, it hurt. It hurt. Borderline, you wanted to put down the game. You didn't want to keep playing it, right? That's how connected we were back in the day because that's how good it was. Nowadays, I could give two craps about the Gears 5 campaign. I could give two craps about the characters at this point. And honestly, multiplayer-wise, I can hop in, but I'm nowhere close to being as obsessed as I was back in the day in the OG times. And people will say that's nostalgia, but it's not. Going back and playing the OG Gears is addicting. It's fantastic. Even watching gameplay on YouTube, it's so cool. And same thing with Call of Duty. I play the OG CODs all the time over the present-day COD games. Not because of nostalgia, just because it's a better freaking game. So, ladies and gentlemen, to sum up this overall video, it's extremely simple. If you have an Xbox, if you are a Gears of War fan, and you hate the direction that this franchise has took, now is the time to hop back in. The servers from Gears of War 1 through Gears of War 3 are completely revamped, and they are back at it. I'm assuming populated, and also, I'm assuming extremely fun. So please, tell your friends, share this video, get the word out there, and get people back into the OG experiences. Because honestly, Gears of War doesn't get the respect that it honestly deserves. And it's not enough talk about this franchise either. Once a goated franchise that everybody loved, now it's just... I don't hear anybody ever speaking about it. Ever. It deserves so much more hype, so much more love. I guess not right now with the direction that it's currently taking, but seriously, if you can revive the OGs and we can get back into the experience, play Gears of War 1, Gears of War 2, or even Gears of War 3, and prove to Microsoft that this was a good decision and that this is the direction we want to see Gears of War go in, then I could definitely see a bright future for this franchise and potentially, a revival, a complete, utter revival. But ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for checking out this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like button. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Also, for brand new enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button. Also, want to chat with this to we do so have a Twitter and Discord, both linked down in the description. And also want to catch me live streams of video games over on Twitch. Link to that is in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.